So here are 7 things that quietly helped me to survive in medical school, and you can obviously see one of the things right here who's annoying me during my video. So here are 7 things that helped me survive medical school, and most of you do not know this, but I actually did not want to go into medical school. My parents sort of pushed me into the medical side. I was actually interested to study theoretical physics, but my parents, my dad is a doctor, so I was sort of pushed into this field, and throughout first and second year of medical school I was actually really depressed and did not want to continue medical school. But after third year I actually got that interest in medicine and fell in love with the science of medicine. So had there not been this 7 things, I don't know if I could have survived medical school. These things are so painfully simple that if you're a medical student and you're still not doing it, you might as well kick yourself in the butt. I don't know. For those of you who do not know me, this is Dr. Shahalar. I am a first year surgical trainee. In this channel, I help you become your best self as a doctor. So the number 1 is deeply personal, but here it goes. So in first year, I had my roommate Shreya. So we actually had our own tragedies, but one ritual we had is after every class we would have a pact of going out. Since the medical school, at least the first few years, are very heavy on theory, and there is most of the day you have to spend a lot of hours studying and memorizing. It can get tedious and depressing. So we had this ritual that we would go out every evening, and maybe one day we would go out in the park, one day we would look at all the shops, one day we would go out for fuchka, but we never missed it. And what happened then is that time actually helped us forget about all of the other problems or the theories or the exams we had, and helped us enjoy our life, enjoy our medical school. And that is one of the richest memories I still hold so dearly, and that is, I think, one of the biggest reasons I was able to get through the first years of medical school. Number 2 is I used to go into for a lot of rescues. I used to rescue a lot of stray dogs or cats who would get injured, and this I would do in my second or third year mostly, and up to the final years. And this was not so clear to me at that time that it was helping me, but because I always thought that I had to put in extra time, extra effort to look after the stray cats, because I would bring in one after another, so it would take me a lot of time to take care of them, like clean after them, feed them, bathe them. So at that time it would bug me a lot that why I was this high empathetic person. But now I realize that I think this good deed that I used to do, and I still do, this has helped me become a more well-rounded person, and this is the only thing that helps me get up in the morning. Like, I wanna be a person my cats look up to. After tending for these stray cats, I actually think I became a better caregiver. I became a better doctor because I was also caring for these injured cats and dogs. Also, the cats that you see around me, they're also the rescue cats from back in the days I was living in a medical hostel. So they have been a true inspiration for me. So one very stupid thing I used to do is when there was an exam going on, I would get most. So one very weird thing I used to do is when I had an exam upcoming, so I would get really tense. I had a big syllabus to cover. I would take these breaks where I used to like pace around in the balcony mindlessly, constantly pace around the balcony. And I don't know how it used to help me. Somehow I thought it would calm me down. Now I understand, because when you're moving around, you're getting a dopamine hit, and then I used to feel better. But this is a very weird thing that helped me. Another thing would be note taking. I had a very different method of note taking. That is, I used to like concise every disease in such a way that, when you just look at it, you just get an idea that what the disease is about, what are the red flags, what are the treatment modalities. Very short and concise, and just before the exams I could like give it a read and know almost 80% of what that disease was about. So I think this is something that has helped me like pass in the medical exams and also have a good grasp of pathology. So another thing I used to do is this, all my friends know about, that is, I used to take up weird hobbies each term. Like the weirdest hobbies you can imagine, I used to do them. This one term I got really into knitting. I was obsessed with knitting. I had like wools lying around. And do you know, in one term, I actually became an orange belt. I got into karate. We used to go to karate classes every day after my actual classes. And then I actually became an orange belt. So these weird hobbies actually kept my boring medical school life a little bit interesting. And I suggest you do the same with your time, because why not? Start experimenting. Even this, my YouTube channel is a big experiment I'm doing, because I don't want to pass my life regretting that I haven't done risky, weird things. One thing I really loved about medical school is the libraries. I used to sit in the libraries hours after hours, like studying. I used to look forward to these times where I used to have group study sessions in the libraries. And when you compare it with the study session at home and the study session in the library, the differences are here and here. Like when you're at home, suddenly everyone wants to talk to me. When I am at home, at least, suddenly mom has to talk to me, the house help has to talk to me, choto khalamani has to talk to me. Somehow I'm the most popular person on earth. But then when you're in the library, like, you feel like just you and your books in this whole wide world, and there is nothing else. And there is a sort of romanticism in it. I don't know, I find it romantic. You can try it too. So another thing that fits into my core memory is I was in medical school back in 2018, and in those times, me and my girlies, we were learning about makeup. And like, we did not own a lot of stuff, we did not own a lot of branded stuff, but we were just learning about it, and it was so fun. Like, suddenly my roommate learned a new way of putting on eyeliners. I started threading my eyebrows, and like, we used to share our makeup. We used to gossip about new trends that is going on in the makeup world. And we were all these girls who were learning about makeup, and we were so obsessed with taking photos. Oh my god, it was so funny. We wanted to take very aesthetic photos. We needed the camera on point, the lighting on point, the makeup on point, and this is very silly things girls do. And now that I realize, we were so silly back then, and these silly things helped me survive medical school. And it wasn't that obvious. When I was going through medical school, it was not obvious at all. But now that I look back towards it, it was such a fun time, what we were doing. It was so silly and so fun. So I suggest you do the same. Be as silly as possible. Check out this video where I say about 5 things that I wish I knew before I entered medical school. Milky, for God's sake.